My name is Janie, and I'm the only child. My parents couldn't have any other children after me. They loved me too much and were always worried about me. One day, when I was in the second grade, a masked robber broke into our house and started yelling at us. Mom immediately hugged me. Please, don't hurt our daughter. Where is the money? Where is it? Oh, no, take that gun away. Okay, we will give you everything. Just don't hurt my daughter. And then, while Mom hugged me, Dad started helping the thief pack our stuff. Honey, don't forget about the gold watch that your dad gave you before he passed away. Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Oh, and also your diamond necklace. Where did you keep it? Dad, we can't give him everything. Just call the police. No, be quiet, honey. He's a thief. He knows what he's doing. We can't interfere. We need to keep you safe. Yeah, shut up, kid, and go to your room and get me something precious. Yes, honey, you heard Uncle Thief. Go now. Yeah, of course. Just wait for me, please. I went to my room and took out my phone and called 911. Minutes later, the police came and took the thief, who was having dinner with Dad by then. Yes, well, meet my parents. They were stupidly in love with me and worshipped me. Life went on like that until my 15th birthday. That's when they gave me the deadliest gift on the planet. It was something that changed my life forever. But before I continue, like and subscribe to this video because My Story Animated will give $1,000 to one lucky person who subscribes in the next 7 days. Tell your friends, your sister, brother, and mom to subscribe now. As I got home from school that day, I was surprised to see a strange pair of shoes outside the door. The old sneakers were ratty and had holes in the side. I barged in. Mom, whose shoes are this? Who was that? Sitting at the kitchen table were my mom and dad and a girl with messy, curly hair. Janie, this is Susie. She's your new sister. We adopted her because we knew you were feeling lonely, and we wanted to make you happier. She's my what? Sister, happy birthday! Who are you? What's going on? Darling, as your mom said, she's your sister. I'm excited to see you guys doing all the crazy things sisters do. Come on, don't be shy. Hug her. I can see you're happy. Happy? How is this supposed to make me happy? Dad threw up his hands in despair. Kids these days. When my dad got me Oliver, I was thrilled. So was he. Dad, Oliver was your lizard. He looked at me with confusion. So? We were very close. We used to share the same toothbrush. I'm human? This is not the same. Oh, Pooh. Just talk to your mother. I don't understand you girls. This is getting complicated. But Mom didn't seem like she would be of any help. She was busy braiding the girl's hair and telling her they'd have pajama parties and sleepovers. I couldn't believe that my parents had adopted a kid without even asking me. They had me. Why would they want another kid? Then Mom told me to take my new sister upstairs. I rolled my eyes and let the girl out. She looked kind of sad, which made me feel a bit guilty. Hey, look, about what I said in there. It's not like I hate you. I just don't want a sister. I hope you understand. She turned her big sad eyes towards me, and for a moment, I thought she'd cry. But instead, she burst into a manic laughter. That's lucky. I don't want a sister either. That's good. So just tell Mom and Dad to take you back, right? Take me back? Why? Aren't I a human like you and deserve a family? I felt guilty immediately and was about to hug her when she said, Yeah, I deserve more than a family. I deserve your life, and I'm going to take it. With that, she plopped onto my bed and went to sleep. What just happened? At dinner, my parents barely said a word to me. They only talked to Susie, asking her questions about her old school, her teachers, and a bunch of other boring stuff. She seemed so happy with all the attention she was getting. So annoying. Suddenly she said, From now on, I'll celebrate my birthday today, because that's when I started living with you all. Right, sis? I was so shocked I dropped the bowl of spaghetti I was holding. But Mom and Dad just started clapping and crying and singing happy birthday. This was turning out to be the worst birthday ever. After that, things just went downhill. At breakfast the next morning, Susie came down in my lovely LV top. Hey, take that off. My boyfriend gave that to me last year. Don't you think you should ask? Besides, you can't wear that top with those horrible stinky sneakers. Oh, you have one boyfriend? You look like the kind of girl who can have 3 boyfriends. What is that supposed to mean? Just take it off. Immediately, Mom jumped to her defense. Janie, behave. She looks great. She has our eyes, doesn't she? Mom, we have green eyes. Hers are blue. Just go to school, you two. Susie passed me the evilest grin before turning to Mom with the biggest puppy dog eyes on the planet. It's okay, Mom. I'll just change. After all, I am just a foster kid, not her real sister. With that, she turned and walked out. What just happened? But clearly, her magic was working because Mom started to cry. Oh, Janie, how could you? To your own sister! She came back wearing her old hoodie. Then she handed Mom a paper. Look, Mom, look at what I've been drawing since I got home. It was a painting of Mom and Dad and me with Susie. And on top, in big letters, she'd written, My happy family. I rolled my eyes. What was she, 5? But Mom totally started to cry and said, That's beautiful, sweetie. Oh, Janie, why can't you be nicer to your
What have I
sister?
done?
I couldn't believe this
Oh, it's
madhouse and walked out. I thought maybe at least she would leave me alone at school, but boy
Don't
was
try this
I
at
wrong.
home.
At lunch, I got to the cafeteria and found her having lunch with all my friends. I pushed a tray aside and sat down. I've been looking all over for you guys, but before she could say anything, Susie jumped
That
up,
was the most
holding her
painful
nose.
thing I've ever actually done in my
What's
life.
that awful smell? It smells like dirty socks. Then she looked right at me and said, "It was fine until..." All the girls immediately said they weren't wearing any socks. No one was, except me. They grabbed their trays and one by one moved away. I couldn't believe she'd done that. After everyone left, Susie got to her feet and said, "Say goodbye to your social life, sis." "Don't ever call me sis! I hate you!" I left my tray and stormed to my next class. As soon as the teacher started the class, the door opened and someone walked in. Oh no. Not again! It was Susie. She so badly wanted to take over my life that she even signed up for all my classes. She grinned at me as she sat behind me. I gulped, afraid of what problems she might cause here. The English teacher hated kids who were late, so naturally, as soon as Susie came in, the teacher ended up calling on her to read. Susie looked horrified. Me? But I'm new! Yeah, but not blind. Susie turned red in the face and everyone snickered. I almost felt bad for her. This teacher could be a real meanie. Now hurry up. I don't have all day, princess. Slowly, Susie began to read. One of the girls from the back whispered loudly, "She's not blind, just dumb." Was Susie really struggling to read the word black? Or was she just messing with the teacher? But to my surprise, Susie's eyes were full of tears. She really couldn't read. She caught my eye, and immediately her expression turned to anger. She threw down her book and yelled at the teacher, "I don't have to do anything a big ugly toad like you says. I'm out of here." With that, she ran out of the room. That evening at dinner, Mom and Dad asked Susie how her day was. She immediately looked at me. Maybe she was afraid I would tell them she was dyslexic. "It was fine. Can we talk about something else?" Dad didn't seem to have heard her. "How were your classes? Did you make any new friends?" Suddenly, Susie jumped out of her seat and ran to our room. Mom called after her, but she wouldn't listen. I knew I should have been glad to have found her weakness, but I couldn't forget the image of Susie with big tears in her eyes as she tried to read. I felt sorry for her, so I came up with a plan. "Come on, Suze. I'll teach you how to read." Susie glared at me. Her jaw clenched as she said, "Who asked you for your help? Do you think I want to learn how to read? I'm so beautiful I can make money by being an influencer. It's ugly people like you who need to read." With that, she pushed me off the bed and rolled over to sleep. All night, I tried to think about what I could do to make her feel better. I knew she wasn't good to me, but maybe if I started treating her nicely, things would get better. The next day, I had a brilliant idea. I threw her old dirty sneakers into the trash and put out a fresh new pair from my Louis Vuitton collection. I waited for her to wake up and see them. Sure, she would be really happy, but I was so wrong. She threw a huge fit. "I can't find them! Where are they? My sneakers!" "I threw them. Look, I got you a new pair." But Susie was anything but excited. She burst into tears and said, "Why? Why did you do that to me?" With that, she grabbed her bag and ran out of the house, while Mom and Dad called after her. Then Mom turned to me, and for the first time in my life, she yelled at me. "How could you be so mean, Janie? To hurt the poor child like that? I thought I raised you better." "Me? She's the drama queen. I did something nice for her and she's acting like that. You go after her right now and bring her back." "And why would I do that? She's just been awful to me since she arrived here." Mom looked at me with sad eyes and said, "You threw away the shoes her real mom gave her." Oh no, I couldn't believe what I'd done. I went running off like a cheetah to the garbage and started looking through it frantically. Thank God the shoes were still there. I quickly cleaned them and used a bit of my shoes to repair the damage. Then I set out to find Susie. I found her at the train station, hugging a picture and crying. As soon as she saw me, she got up to leave, but I rushed to her and said, "I'm sorry, Susie. I didn't know your mom brought them." Then I showed her the shoes I'd fixed. She looked shocked for a moment. "I fixed them for you. I know they're not the best, but you'll find them more comfortable, and they'll last longer. I know you hate me, but I never meant to hurt you. I was just scared you were taking my mom and dad away from me. I'm sorry. Please come home." She still didn't reply. So I got up and started to walk away. I was almost at the exit when suddenly I heard her yell, "Are you going to help me with my bag, sis?" I turned around to see her running towards me. On her feet were the sneakers I just fixed. That's when I knew everything would be all right after all.